get in here, best friend, because I'm going to teach you 3 traits that every single millionaire that I know has in common, okay? It doesn't matter how they made their money. It doesn't matter what industry they're in. It doesn't matter what their age is or their nationality. It doesn't matter. They all have these 3 traits in common, including myself, because I have built 2 multi-million-dollar businesses. The first $1 million business that I built, I started at my dining room table while working a full-time job that I hated. And I grew that business into becoming one of America's largest African-American owned financial services companies. The other multi-million-dollar business that I own touches the lives of over 12 million people a month. It's absolutely fantastic through videos just like this that are dedicated to helping people live their best life. So that business is my production company that I started 11 years ago when I was doing videos in my mother's basement. And we've grown that business into a full-on digital and television production company where we produce videos like this. I have 11 online courses and I do events and tours all around the world that's all dedicated to creating content that helps people to live their best life. So I know a thing or two about success and what it takes to literally turn your dreams into a reality so your dreams can make you lots and lots and lots of money. So listen to me very closely, and what I also want you to do is like, comment, share, and subscribe, and make sure you tag people in this message. I want you to tag those friends who are small business owners. I want you to tag those friends who are hustling at their jobs trying to reach the next level. I want you to tag anybody who you know is interested in getting that bag, who is interested in making money and building wealth so they can live in financial freedom, because these are traits that everyone should know, and these are traits that I wish someone had taught me back when I was in my 20s, running from opportunity to opportunity, trying to find the right opportunity, not knowing that it didn't matter what the opportunity was, that you can be successful in anything if you have the right traits, if you have the right mindset, if you're approaching in the right way, all right? So let's start with trait number 1 that you absolutely must have if you want to be a millionaire, all right? You have to have a flexible, agile mindset. Now I'm using these SAT words, so you know I'm about to go deep, baby. You know, when I grew up in church in the past, we would say the big words, and you know he's about to go someplace. He says, because we have to have a serendipitous mindset. I don't even know if that makes sense to you, but y'all get where I'm going with this, okay? For every person out there who's challenged on how to make $1,000 a week in one way, there's somebody else doing something just a little bit different that's allowing them to make $10,000 a week. And there's somebody out there who's doing something just a little bit different that's allowing them to make $100,000 a week, and so on. There's so many ways to make a lot of money if you are flexible about your approach to doing this. And for me, that was something that I had to learn very early on in my insurance business specifically, because when I started out in the insurance world, my goal was just to earn an extra $2,750 a month. Why that specific number? Because I was doing insurance part-time. So my logic was $2,750. That was the equivalent of each paycheck I was getting every 2 weeks from my full-time job after you deducted out, you know, taxes, 401k, all that kind of stuff. So basically, I was like, I just want to get an extra paycheck a month from doing insurance, and I can save that money up and eventually leave my full-time job so that I can focus on doing my videos. I love doing videos, because back then I wasn't making any money from doing videos. It was just something I was very passionate about that I was willing to do for free, but I had to have some income coming in that would allow me to do it for free. So back then, y'all, I was spending thousands of dollars every single month to generate insurance leads. Now what would happen was this: I would spend all this money in these events, have the rooms completely full. In fact, we'd have to have people standing in the back because we had so many people in the room, but I would only end up getting like 4 or 5 sign-ups for insurance out of it, and I would always be so discouraged. Now don't get me wrong, I was still making a profit because an event may cost me $2,000-$3,000 to put on, but if let's say I was making like $1,500 per client. Now with insurance, you can make a range. I mean, some clients, you may make as little as $500 on that client because they buy a small policy, or you can make as much as $10,000, $20,000, $40,000, $50,000 on a client if they buy bigger policies. It really can range. But let's say I was making $1,500 per client and I get 5 signups. Well, I made $7,500, which is clearly a profit. Okay, so I made money for my time, don't get me wrong, but I'm like, there's all these people in this room, and barely any of them are signing up for anything. I felt like I was doing something wrong. I felt like I wasn't maximizing on the opportunity that was clearly right in front of me. But here's where the lesson came in around being flexible. Listen to me right here, okay? It literally changed my business and changed my life. After every single event, I would always have people coming up to me saying, how can I join your team? I would love to join your team. How can I sell insurance? I want to learn about this. And I would be so discouraged. I'm like, well, no, I did this event for you to buy insurance, not to join my team, because I didn't have a team back then. There was nothing to sign up for. It was just me selling insurance to my dining room table. So I'm just like, no, this is to buy insurance. Did you not read the advertisement? Did you not, what is it y'all not understanding? And I called my grandmother up. I'm like, Grandma, I love my grandmother. She's been in the insurance industry since 1981, has been a mentor and a guide to me in so many different ways. And I said, Grandma, I keep doing these events, spending all this money to put it on, and I'm making money, but more people want to join my team than want to actually buy the insurance products from me. She said, you fool, what is your problem? She says, you went out there to fish for some fish, and what you're catching is fishermen, honey. Reel those fishermen in and let them fish for you. I said, oh, huh. This is a lesson in flexibility. So what I then did was I then set my business up in such a way where it would allow me to recruit people to be on my team, and then I focus my energy less on sales and focus my energy more on training people on how to sell and how to recruit people, because I gave my team members the ability to build teams under themselves as well. And then when I did that, my business started growing exponentially, because for every one person that I recruit, they may recruit 2 or 3 other people, and they may recruit even more people, and then all these people who are recruiting are also bringing on clients as well. So money is being generated. People are making money at every single level, and me at the top of this organization, I'm making money every single time that one of my team members is making money, and I end up making exponentially more money than I was ever making before. And then beyond that, I was able to stop putting on those very expensive events because my energy no longer was focused on how to get clients. My energy then became focused on how do I train my team members to make as much money as possible for themselves, because when they make money, the whole company wins and everybody's happy. So with that flexibility, I went from being a little tiny insurance producer at my dining room table who was focused on how do I sell this individual life insurance policy, into becoming a national powerhouse where now we've got almost 2,500 team members, and our team is growing continuously. Every single day, more and more people are joining our team. If you want to become financially successful, then what you have to do is have a specific goal that you're going after. You need to be focused, but you also need to be flexible. So when I talk about focus, what I mean is this: you cannot be a jack of all trades. You need to choose an industry and choose an opportunity that you want to focus on to become successful within. For me, that was insurance. I wasn't selling insurance and selling real estate and doing this other form of network marketing and doing this and doing that and doing the other. I wasn't doing all those things. I was focused in insurance. If you talk to any successful person or read the biographies of any successful person, one thing you will see that we all have in common is that we started out with one idea of how things was going to go, but at some pivotal point in our path, we start to see the writings on the wall that maybe we should adjust how we do what we do. In some cases, the lesson was maybe you need to switch what industry you're in altogether. If you are flexible and open-minded about how you go after making your money, you are going to make far more money far faster than people who are closed-minded and people who are inflexible about how they go about doing things. Being in business is about making money. It's not about always sticking with the original plan. So trait number 1 is to be flexible about how you go about building your wealth, because when you're flexible, you will start to see that there are so many more ways out here to build your wealth than what you originally thought. Trait number 2 of all millionaires that I know is that they are all very professional. And when I talk about being very professional, what I mean is this: they're reliable. They can be counted on. They have high levels of professionalism. They do what they say they're going to do, and they do it at the highest level of excellence possible at that time. It is very unlikely that you're going to become a millionaire if people don't see you as having a high level of excellence in how you execute on your business. Here's the thing: people will support what you do even if you're not the best at what you do, if you approach what you do with a level of excellence and professionalism. Are you someone who approaches every single professional interaction or task that you're completing in a way that reflects that you have a level of excellence and a level of respect for what you do that is literally unyielding? If people see you in that way, then they will go out of their way to support you, and not only will they do that, but they will speak very highly of you, which will elevate your reputation, which will in turn bring bring in more business, bring in more opportunities, and bring in more money for you. Trait number 3 is that they do not allow fear to stop them from going after any opportunity. One of the things that we all have in common is that we all feel fear, but we make the decision to do it anyway. When you allow fear to become a factor in what you choose to do, you literally will not do anything. You will stay stagnant, you will procrastinate, and you will not move ahead. You've got to be intentional on a daily basis around saying that although I feel fear, fear will not stop me from doing what I need to do in order to reach my next level. What I will do if I feel fear is I may take a deeper look at the situation to make sure I'm approaching it in the right way, because sometimes fear is an indicator to take a closer look or just to slow down a little bit. Don't rush into something, to make sure you're doing things with a level of clarity and intention. That's what fear is there for, but it's not there to stop you altogether. So at this point in my life with 2 multi-million-dollar businesses, when I feel fear, first of all, what that is to me is that's an indicator to take a closer look at whatever it is that I'm doing in that moment that I'm feeling afraid of. It is not an indicator to stop. It's not an indicator to quit. It's not an indicator to freeze up and procrastinate. What it is it's an indicator to say, okay, you're feeling afraid in this moment. Why are you feeling afraid? What is it about this specific moment, this specific opportunity, whatever's happening in this space right now? Because often what you will find when you take a deeper look at what you're afraid of and really pick it apart is that sometimes what you're afraid of isn't even rational. It just could be that you're afraid because you're trying something new. Okay, that's normal. Or sometimes, real talk, that fear is an indicator that that opportunity that I'm about to embark on, I'm not properly prepared to execute on it with the level of excellence that I know I want to give to that thing. So that fear is an indicator to me that I need to focus and prepare right now so that I can go after that opportunity and kill it in the way that it deserves to be killed. You hear where I'm going with that, okay? But one thing fear is it's not an indicator for me to stop and to not go after doing that thing that I want to do. I need you all to hear me when I say this. You don't have to be fearless. You simply have to have a mindset that you will move forward in spite of the fears that you have. Because when you have that mindset, what that will do is that it will build up courage within you, because all courage is it is a muscle that can only be developed by choosing to consistently move forward towards your goals in spite of fear. And if you keep on doing that, you will build up more courage inside of you. And as you build up more courage inside of you, what you will find is that you are afraid of less and less and less things, because what happens is that fear no longer is the big bad monster that you believe is keeping you from reaching your goals. Fear is simply an emotion that you feel, just like happiness, just like joy, just like anything else, and just like any other emotion. You will recognize that feelings are not fact. They are simply there as an indicator to you to look at that situation at a closer angle so that you can make sure you're approaching it in the best way possible. If this message was helpful to you, then what I want you to do is to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and comment below this video and let me know other traits that have helped you to be able to reach your goals and help you to become more successful. We are all a family here, and we're here to share information with one another that can help us live our best lives. Thanks for watching, best friends. Can't wait to see you next time.